What's going on, guys? Golden Knight Ninja here, back again with another What's going on, guys? Golden Knight Ninja here, back again with another similar video, ranking my favorite items. Except this time, I've got 283 hours on the game instead of what I've had before. Don't even think I have a single monsoon skin back whenever I made that first original video. I mean, like 5 months ago? I think that's what it is. Plus, I've got some friends that actually want to see this video in the first place because they've also recently got Risk of Rain 2, and they want to know my personal opinion on my top 10 favorite items. And obviously, this consists of my personal bias. It's not actual stats or things like that. It's just kind of like items that I like in general. So shut up if you're complaining about...
Oh, insert item here is not on the list.
So without further ado, let's get on to the rankings. Right, kicking off, literally, this list, in number 10 is Paul Goattooth. It's simple. Increases movement speed by 14%, plus 14% per stack. If you are the GOAT, greatest of all time, captain, who has no movement speed, simply kill a goat and be Eren Yeager by cutting off your own leg to move quicker. Don't know how, I've got no idea how that would work in, like, physically in the game. But that's besides the point. This item is universally helpful, as people like Wooly, Disputed Origin, and Race have all said that movement speed is key in this game, because it allows you to dodge easily and traverse the stages easily, which makes up for time, or to reduce time on any given stage. Plus, having movement speed is just a nice thing to have because you move slowly, especially if you're like A, captain, or B, like power mode. I think it's called power mode. Power mode multi, because obviously you're really slow and multi's slow anyway. Burning its way into number 9 is Cairo. I'm just going to call it Cairo. Cairo's band. Hits that deal more than 400% damage, also blasts enemies with the runic flame tornado, dealing 300% plus 300 per stack total damage over time. Recharges every 10 seconds. Abuse your kid and make your son almost unalive themselves with this item. The only survivor that doesn't really work well is Commando, because he's a sad boy unless you have performance-enhancing drugs and a super-powered sea creature. I do love Cairo's band, and it does look cool on every survivor as well, like the little flame thing. Like, it's good for AoE and crowd control, like Railgunner, who's normally what I consider like a boss melter and a single target damage character. People like crowd control is multi and mercenary. They're both crowd control characters, but Railgunner, she's more of a single target damage or, as I said, boss melter. Coming in at number 8 is the great, almighty, magnificent, divine, fearsome, keen, majestic, all-powerful, incredible king of Proc James enemy killing ceremonial dagger. I need a moment. Killing an enemy fires out 3 homing daggers that deal 150% plus 150% per stack base damage. Basically, when sad boy go bye-bye, knife come out and go find other sad boy. Knife do damage or kill sad boy to make proc chain / other knife. Kill sad boy and maybe other knife appears and go kills other sad boy. For although this item's bloody amazing, I can't remember the last time I had a god run where I didn't have this amazing, beautiful, lustrous item. It sounds pretty cool as well, and the proc chain stuff you can do with this is pretty intense. Works well with like Voidescent Flame, which I consider to not be the best of all the Void items, but it does work pretty well with this. Kind of cheating with the 7th one, but all the Heresy items go here. Visions, hooks, strides, and essence. Alright. Be prepared, this is going to take a second. Basically, replace your primary skill with Hungry Engage. Fire a flurry of tracking shells that detonate after the blade, dealing 120% base damage, hold up to 12 targets per stack, then reload after 2 seconds plus 2 per stack. Hooks. Replace your secondary skill with Slicing Maelstrom. Charge up a projectile that deals 875% damage per second to nearby enemies, exploding after 3 seconds and deals 700% damage, and root enemies for 3 plus 3 per seconds. Recharges after 5 plus 5 per seconds. Strides. Replace your utility skill with Shadow Phase. Fade away, becoming intangible and gaining plus 30% movement speed. Heal for 18.3% per stack of your maximum health, plus 3 plus 3 per stack. Seconds. Essence. Replace your special skill with Ruin, dealing damage as a stack of Ruin for 10 plus 3 per seconds. Activating the skill detonates all Ruin stacks at an unlimited range dealing 300% damage percent plus 120%. Dealing 300% damage plus 120% damage per stack of ruin. Recharges after 8 plus 8 plus seconds. Holy Jesus, that was a mouthful. Anyway, Visions is the only one I get alone for survivors, like Loader or Railgunner. The shards are sick and the explosion they do is very good. As for the others, I get them to become my third favourite survivor, the Heretic. She's just so sick and all her abilities are gold tier. Whenever you have like a lot of ruin stacks on enemies, you just press R, and that's 5 for me. You just watch as most of the things die with your wrath of purple fireballs, whatever they are. Purple haze capsules for all I know. Overall, great secret survivor and great items to build our kit, especially Visions. It's bloody brilliant. Dropping down to sick from the other list is the Charge Perforator. It gives a 10% chance on hit to summon down a lightning strike, being 500% plus 500% per stack. Damage. Be prepared to summon down Zeus in the form of some tentacle looking thing on your head and smite down beetles like Armin did to everyone in the harbour. Yeah. Basically, you have a less powerful Royal Capacitator that uses proc chance instead of cooldown based. This item is my go-to yellow because it's just that good. The sound it makes is the most amazing lightning strike you'll ever hear in your sad life as you grind hours and hours to get this item. Besides jokes, it's bloody phenomenal. But I love it, but I just like the top 5 even more. Coming in at number 5 is the Polyloot, actually. It wasn't on the original list. This Void Ukulele gives a 25% chance to fire lightning for 60% total damage up to 3 plus 3 per stack times. Corrupts all ukuleles. So instead of the little electric boys going pew pew to enemies nearby, they go pew pew to the angry boy you hit. So it trades AoE for single target damage. This goes hand in hand with another item further on this list, so just wait for that. Imagine being Commando in the actual game and playing a song on your space ukulele, and watching a Lemurian just crumble as you play, somewhere over the rainbow or something. I love the Polyloot a lot, and I will always hope to find one in the run. Just sheer extra damage it does to targets. Great for people like Captain and Commando, honestly. Dropping to number 4th from the previous list is the 57 Leaf Clover. All random effects are rolled +1 per stack times for a favorable outcome. Basically, stupid alien string instrument can hit enemies with the lightning from the end of timer to higher chance. Yeah. Or in more simpler terms, items that have a chance to proc get re-rolled and gives them another chance to proc, increasing the chances to proc in the first place. Some of my favourite items are proc items, and the 57 Leaf Clover is normally the first red item I get in a run. It's just that good. It's good for survivors whom you build proc chains with, like Commando or Huntress, Multi, and this goes on. Nothing really else to say about it. Now on to the top 3. Coming in at number 3 is this weird-ass looking cautious slug, Diglett's deceased cousin. Increases base health regeneration by 3... Increases base health regeneration by +3 HP per second, +3 HP per second per stack, while out of combat. When I play with Command, this is the first item this is the first white... When I play with Command, this is always the first white item I get, and it's bloody beautiful. I always strive to get at least 4 of them in Command run, and at least 2 in a normal run. They're without a doubt the best healing item in Risk of Rain 2, no doubt. These little space slugs are so helpful with things like stealth kit or movement items to get out of combat and low health. It's saved 10 of my runs, or possibly more, probably more. Great addition to the game while being good for everyone. Bit of a weird one and kind of cheating, but at number 3 we have Jester of the Drowned and Spinel Tonic. Come on, these guys are like Beetle Queens and Beetle Guards, jam and peanut butter, England and knives, America and shootings. Besides that, Jester reduces equipment cooldown by 15% per stack, forces your equipment to activate whenever it's off cooldown. Whereas Spinel Tonic gives you a boost for 20 seconds, increases damage by 100%, increases attack speed by 70%, increases armor by plus 20, increases maximum health by plus 50, increases passive health regeneration by 300%, increases movement speed by 30%. Although, obviously, the caveat, because it's, a lunar item. When the Spinel tonic wears off, you have a 20% chance to gain tonic affliction. Reduces all of your stats by -5% and -5% per stack. The reason why these two lovers are together because of their synergy and how bloody mental they are to get together and make the child that is death to all your enemies. If you have 4 gestures, or 1 gesture and 4 fuel cells, the tonic never goes away and never gets off cooldown, which makes sure you get high as hell off of the sheer effects that are always on with gesture. These guys hold a place in my heart. Whenever I want a god run, these two just come into my mind almost immediately. Great for everyone. So, finally, at number 1, and to be honest, it hasn't changed, it's the Plasma Shrimp, obviously. I have a little moment when this item pops out of a void cradle and onto the floor. Makes me scream. It sounded really weird. This item allows you to gain a shield up to equal to 10% of your maximum health. While you have the shield, hitting an enemy fires a missile that deals 40% total damage. Corrupts all ATG missiles Mark 1. Like every single bit of damage you do, I think, except poison and bleed and stuff like that, sends a little missile to your enemies. The sounds it makes is pure bliss, except when you have Pocket ICBM and are on stage 13 when you're killing everything. This item with Polyloot and ICBM is heaven. If you have that, be prepared to make a cradle to put infants and voidling in and tuck them in with your missiles and Polyloot procs. It's like a ranged aura barrage of missiles, and just stand as just this little dinky thing on your shoulder. And like, it's also really good if you have Transcendence or just personal shield generators. It's beautiful. Besides the jokes, this item is just phenomenal, and I get one on every single time I take them. Grateful. Everyone. Right, cheers for watching this updated tier list. If you agree or disagree, leave your thoughts in the comments. If you want me to do any more rankings in the future of survivors, specific item rarities or equipment, or just gameplay videos in general, also leave them in the comments. I'm planning on doing Risk of Rain Returns video soon, as my editor has obviously managed to get his editing software again, but this video was edited by me. Anyway, leave a like and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!